This is the Make and Design podcast. I'm Carina Gardner, and today we are going to talk a little bit about virtual conferences. And the reason it's on my mind is because actually today, as this comes out, is one of our virtual conferences that we do in Design Suite and the University of Arts and Design. Because the University of Arts and Design is new, we've really had the ability to shape it the way we want. And one of the things that we have done is include it in the Design Suite virtual conference. Now, they're still extremely separate programs. There's not really a lot of interaction between the two groups. But the reason that we invited them to this is because we think university students need motivation and excitement just like any other designer out there. And so because of that, right now at this time, we do them together. I think in the future, I can totally see this becoming something we do that's a little bit more separate. But we love it. It really gets them excited. And I thought I'd tell you a little bit about some of the things we do in virtual conference. So this one I don't have for the information for, so I can't tell you what's going on today. We usually send out a schedule to all the designers so they know what we're going to be doing. But I thought I would just tell you a little bit about things we've done in the past. So just so you know, we always do an opening. We do recognition of awards and announcements. We have been announcing university graduates as well during the semester that they're going to graduate. So it's really fun. We do these wonderful little, they look like Girl Scout badges for Design Suite. So that's kind of their grades. And they get Girl Scout badges whenever they hit certain criteria, like their first shop is open, their first sale, their 50th sale, and so forth. It's really, really fun. We have a good time. We always do announcements, anything coming up that anybody needs to know about. And then we literally dive into the information. This last time we did a whole segment on UAD capstone results. And the reason we did that was because it was the first time we had run the university's capstone, and we wanted Design Suite members and university students to see just really how successful you can be by doing the capstone at the university. It's similar to what we do in Design Suite, except for you're not graded for it. So we call it Art to Cart in Design Suite. Then we did a getting ready for fourth quarter, how to get 3 months out. So I showed my specific batching styles so that I could get 3 months ahead in my design work, which I did for most of my design career. A lot harder to do in my other businesses to get super ahead, but generally speaking, we do like to get very ahead. And when I say that, I mean like, in October, we laid out the entire schedule for spring and summer of 2026. So we try to kind of lay things out to make sure that we're good for the upcoming year or quarter. Then we did a segment on overcoming imposter syndrome and did some exercises as a group so that we could build confidence. Julie did this amazing segment on freelance work, how to get it, how to do it. We, in Design Suite, we do have jobs come up that anyone can apply for that are in our programs. And so that's not the university, I should say, just Design Suite so that they can apply for those programs. It's pretty cool. Then I had a segment on prompting and AI. It's the exact method I teach my entire team so that they can build out all of their marketing channels, their design work. And so that was pretty cool. And then we ended with a watercolor. So we did some watercoloring together. So it's usually a mix of high education, like things that are going to move them forward really quickly, confidence building, so something that has to do with personal development, integral information about the industry. So like that was kind of our freelance work portion this last time. And then usually something fun. So kind of just, we kind of have a mix of things. It's about 5 hours long. We go from 9 to about 1:30 to 2 on that day. And it's just an amazing check-in. When I first came up with the idea of virtual conferences, I didn't know what it was going to look like. And it's turned in this this really incredible thing that has really served our community. So in April of 2025, just to give you more of a look at what we were doing, is we started with awards, but then we spent an hour talking about what is working right now, like how people were making money in our programs, ourselves, like what was making money in the design industry, what we were seeing. That kind of information alone is crazy valuable. And while we're kind of talking about those things week by week, we find that having the one big meeting really allows our designers to know like really what's going on. Then we had a whole segment on direct to film. A lot of people have been getting into direct to film. So we kind of talked about, what you have to create, what's working out there, how to get it printed, all kinds of things. We had a segment on creating your first SVG because we had a lot of new people start the program. And so we wanted to make sure they didn't feel overwhelmed. I had a segment called Sage Business Advice for Our Current Economy, where I went through economy stats, what we kind of were seeing possibly in the future, what we had already seen in terms of sales, and kind of what we should do about it as designers. And then we did a Q&A panel and a reminder about art to cart. So that was our April. So you can see we try really hard to be extremely practical, to be smart about what we're giving our designers. And we generally don't know what we're going to be talking about until about a month ahead of a virtual conference. And the reason is because my coaches and myself were gathering data. We're gathering data from our resources in the industry. We're gathering data from the designers themselves. And we're trying to figure out what's going to be the most useful for them, what's going to take them to the next level. So our next virtual conference after this one will be January. And January is a very special virtual conference. We usually do it in the first 2 weeks of the year to hype everyone up. We do quite a bit of goal and group annual planning. We do some hands-on design work activity. Like last year we did creating a printable in Illustrator. I did a whole segment on creating your book of possibilities, which is really fun. And then how to update and make your digital previews look really great so that they actually sell your product. So lots of mix between practical, confidence building, dream planning, fun stuff that makes virtual conferences so incredible and fun. If this sounds really fun to you and you're like, man, I really want to do that, in order to come to a virtual conference, you must be a Design Suite member or a University of Arts and Design student. Those are the two ways to come to those. We do them 4 times a year for about 5 hours, and they are really meant to uplift and bring you all of this amazing energy. If you're interested in Design Suite or the university, you can apply to the university for our spring 1 semester. That's what we're enrolling for right now at uad.education. The little corollary to that, which is really rough for me to say, is that we are only available in 19 states at this time. New universities have to follow state protocols of licensing, and because of that, right now we are currently only in 19 states. Really wonderful states. We love our students. We feel really grateful for them and all the hard work they're doing. So that's the university. Design Suite is open to anyone around the world. We have people from Australia, Canada, UK, South Africa, United States, everywhere. Brazil. I'm trying to remember if we had a couple of Brazilians, and then a couple of other countries in South America. And so Design Suite's open to everyone. We do speak English in that program, so you do need to speak English, but it is far and away a university level program that we provide for a year long. That program, you must sign up for a design boot camp at designsuitecourses.com/bootcamp in order to hear learn, and be able to enroll in Design Suite. So I hope I get to see you in one of those very, very soon, that we get to hang out and you get to build your confidence, build your skills, and have some fun doing it. Want to hang out more? Go to designsuitecourses.com/free to get our weekly freebies and patterns, die cut files, and more. Can't wait to see you there.